Hello guys, I want to show you how to make this login form with Bootstrap. In this tutorial, we are using mobile phone. Download A-code app. So here is it now. Touch the app. So go to new file. Then enter the name of the file. Let's say login.html. Click OK. As you can see now, this is the blank HTML file. Now, I want to give you a code to paste here. So this code will install Bootstrap through the link for you here. So touch and hold, then paste. So now let's run this script. Here is the run icon. Click on it. So as you can see, it's an empty page. So go back, then come to this body here, step down. Now under this body, let's make it a class. So the body class is equal to, first of all, I want to set the background of the body. So let's call it primary. Yes, the word primary is used to identify blue. So double quotes, BG is for body background. Now the body background is what? Give an hyphen and click and type primary. Good. Then if you check now, let's run it. You see, it's blue. Okay, so let's move down and add the form. Form, step down. Then the form has label. So label, the first label is email. Then step down, the input. Now, what is the input type? The input type is email. Nice. Then you can end the input. Then you step down again, label, password. Gosh. Then the input type for password, the input type is password. End the input also. So let's run it and see. Okay. The next one will be button. Button type is submit. Then the class is btn. Okay, leave the class for now. So just end it as button. Now the button type login. So let's check. Now, as you can see, we have all the items here, but they are scattered. So let's arrange them. So let's start from the input. The input has a class. So let's come here and put the class. So the class will be form control. Now this form control is used to step the input down to size the form. Let's check it. So you can see now that the form field now occupies everywhere here. So let's go back again and add it to the other one. Class, sorry, not this one. Okay, class equals form control. So let's check. Nice, as you can see. So the form is getting better. Now, let's work on the label. Here you have the label. Create a label class. Now the label class is equal to form label. Still do it here. So let's check. It's the same thing. Okay, now let's continue now. The button. The button has a class, and the class of the button is btn. Is btn, okay? So let's check. Nice. As you can see, before you have it like this, without the class, let's remove the class and check as normal button. Now, if you add the class equals btn, it's now like this. Okay. Now let's style the button. So to style it, we continue the class. We say now under the button, we want to make it blue also, like primary. So we say btn primary. Let's check. Nice. So it's primary because it will not show because the background is primary, the button is also primary. Now, what if you say btn success? So we see now that it's green. So let's take this one. Then let's work on the size. So the width which is W, is 100. Let's make it 100. So check. Nice. Full width, 100%. Now the form is getting better. So let's go back. And this time now, we want to work on the entire form class. That means from here to here, before the form. So let's step down and create a div. So div class is margin bottom 3. Then here we end, okay. We are not ending the div here. So we are moving down to end the div so that the entire form will be will be inside the div. So let's run it. Nice. So what we need to do now in this place now is to add more div. First of all, let's add the title as login. So it will be a div, h3 is a title. h3 login. Let's check. Nice. So let's go back. Under this login now, let's create a class for it. So the login class is equal to test. Yes, is equal to test, and the test will be in the center. So test center. The margin bottom is 3. Nice. So let's check. Good. Now, the next thing that we need to do now is to this entire login. I want to make it white. Yeah, this entire login background, I want to make it white, but not the whole background, just the login background. So let's create a div for it. Div. Now this div will be, everything will be under this div. So let's create the class for this div. Div class is equal to what? This class now, we need to set the background. So we type bg, and the background is what? White. Let's check. Nice. So let's go back and work on the padding P, let's say P2, and check. Okay. So let's say P4 and check. Nice. This one is very, very okay. So the padding here right now is nice. So let's make it round. You type rounded, then choose a number between 2 and 3, or 1, 2, 3. Let's choose 2 and check. Okay, let's choose 3 and check. Nice. This one is fair. Okay. All right. So let's make it shadow. Just say shadow. Check. Nice. Now you can see the shadow popping. This our form is getting finer and finer. So let's continue. Now, let's make it, as you can see, the form is just two, there's no space at all between the left and the right and the top. So let's create the space for it. Now, to do that, let's create another div. Yeah, that's how you keep creating div upon div to make it more arranged and responsive. So div to the last div, which is what? Sorry, this one is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here. Div, then the last div. Okay, now this div, let's add a class. Now this class will work on the column. Now let's choose the first one, column 12. Yeah, let's check column 12. You have column 4, column 6, 8, 12. So let's check them. Column 12. Nothing displays. Column 8. So you see now that it's now part. Yeah, no longer full. Yeah, that's to show that column 12 is the highest. What about column 24? So you see nothing like that. Now column 6, you see. So let's leave it at the column 12. Then we'll now add other columns. Column small 8. Check. Okay. Now column small 8, column medium 6. Now the reason why we're adding all these columns is that it depends on the size of your device, whether it is a widescreen, a phone, or a laptop. So it will follow up the columns. Now column small 8, column small, column medium 6, then column large 4. Alright, I will do a separate tutorial on this column so that you understand it very well. Just subscribe to get the tutorial. So let's check. As you can see, they appear the same, but don't worry, let's continue. Now, let's create another div to justify the content. Div, then end the div here. Now, this div, let's create the class so that we can justify. If you check now, these contents, they are in the middle normally, but we want to justify this full white to the middle, this entire white, we want to justify them to the middle. Although we know that this is in the middle, all these ones are in the middle, but this white background, we want to justify it to the middle. So let's create a class for it. Now the class is equal to row justify content center. Now let's check. Good. Then let's create another div for the entire container. Div class is equal to container. End the div. Check. Good. So as you can see, you can now see the margin. Okay. So let's still work on the margin. Yeah, let's still work on the margin. Here you have header. Sorry, not header. Here you have the body. Oh, sorry. This body is not supposed to be here. So let's remove it and put it on top. It's supposed to be here. Body equals body class equals bg primary. Yeah, it's the same thing that we did. So let's make it a flex, the flex. So let's check after we add the flex. Okay, now we need to justify it. So we also justify all the content to be the center. Justify content as what? Center. Or this double quote supposed to be here. Center. So let's check. Nice. Now let's align it to the middle. Instead of top here, it will be here. Let's align it. Align items center. Let's check. Okay, it's still here. Then we have what is called the VH. Yeah, that means the vertical horizontal alignment. VH is 100. Good. So you see now that here is the form. We have created the form. Now let's see. This button here is too close to the text. Yeah, the button here is too close to the text. So let's work on it. Now let's go back. So let's go back to the form and check the reason why it is so. Okay, now the reason why it is so is because of this div class. This div class is supposed to end after each of the items. Like after, let's run it, after this email section and password section. So let's do it now. Now, div class, the margin button is 3. So we need to end it here. Sorry, end it here. Slash div. Then we create another div. Div class is equal to MB, which is margin button 3. Now this one ends here, and why this one is for this. So let's run it now. Okay. Then, sorry, not here, it's supposed to be here. Yeah, so these two and these two. Now let's run it. Nice. This is how you create a simple login form with Bootstrap. If you enjoyed this tutorial, subscribe for more. Thank you very much.